You can start.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Khizer Abbas, and today I'll be giving you the FB ads training, a little introduction about myself. I have been in media buying industry since last 3 years, and I have successfully generated around $3 million for my clients in different niches, mainly direct to commerce niche, and then the companies like RepStack B2B, and then B2C companies too. So my area of expertise are hair care brands, then fashion and apparel brand, and cosmetics brand. These are the areas where I am proficient at. So let's start with the training. So this entire training will be in two major parts. One will be for the everyone who is new in the Facebook ads world, and then we will be talking about advanced level stuff too. So let me reshare it again. Give me a second. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Yep,
yes,
we can.
Yes, we can, Khizer.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so the basic idea of entire Facebook ad is starts from this thing. This is known as ads funnel. So at the top of this funnel, you can see there is a awareness campaign where you are trying to aware people who are not aware of your product and your services. And then there's middle of the funnel where the audience is considering about your product. They have heard about your product, but they are not 100% sure that whether to go for it or not. And then there is bottom of the funnel where you have to create more ads that are specific to make your brand trustworthy and credible, so that people can make that particular decision of buying from you. And then after that, there is post-purchase service, and eventually a customer becomes a loyal customer base of your brand. So as you can see at the top, this funnel is wide because there are more people on the top of the funnel, and then as soon as the funnel goes down, it starts to shrink. So at the bottom, you can see there are very few people, because in awareness stage, there are many people who will be aware of your product, but as they move down the funnel, the people start to get less and less. So my experience mainly is after 2021 and 2022 in Facebook ads. So there was this thing which happened back in 2021 April, that Apple's literally threw a bomb on Facebook ads. So what Apple did with iOS 14.5 update, it stopped the tracking of which Facebook was doing on off Facebook site. So it gave the option to the user that they can either allow the Facebook to track their activity besides the Facebook. So of course, if any of you got this message, what would your response be to this message? I just want to know from every one of you. Would you allow it or would you not?
Obviously
Not
not.
not
Ask
yeah,
app not to
Obviously
try.
not allowed.
probably not. Ask app not
Yes.
to try.
Yeah, so exactly, that was the case with 90% of the consumer, and this made Facebook's life hell, because they were it was a double-edged sword. One, they would not be able to track who is buying from them, and once they would not able to track who is buying from them, they would not optimize for the people more likely to buy. So this was very big blow to the Facebook, and since then Facebook advertisement world literally changed. I just want to know, before moving forward, what do you think currently that what are the major pillars of Facebook ads? Am I audible? I want to listen from you
I
guys.
think yes, Khizer, you're audible. I think it's audiences and the target market that you can choose is the basic pillar of Facebook ad, because of its huge user database.
Yeah. Okay. So anyone else?
Khizer, you talked about Facebook dynamics being changed as they were blown away with this update. So can you please tell me, like, what sort of dynamics are you talking about right here?
Yeah, I'll cover each and everything in the next slide. So for that, just let's move forward. So yeah, you were right. Audience are one of the biggest pillar of the Facebook ads, and then there is account structure, landing page, and the ad creative. So before iOS 14.5, the biggest pillar of Facebook ads were audience, but now they are not the biggest pillar of the Facebook ads. So I'll be explaining each and every one of these step by step in the next slide. So in the audience, we do have broad audience. In broad audience, you don't do anything. You literally just tell Facebook that I've created ad, show it to the people who are more likely to buy from me. Then there are lookalikes. Lookalikes, you can create a lookalike from 100 people. From the Facebook, you can upload a list on the Facebook and tell Facebook, hey, these are the ideal customers that have purchased from me. Create lookalike, create people who are more likely to these people, and so that they can buy from me. So there are lookalikes from 1 to 10%. One is more specific, and as we increase the percentage, the audience size gets more broader. And then there are interest targeting. So there are multiple interests on the Facebook, like if we are creating a strategy for maybe fashion apparel brand, we'll select different influencers who are in the niche of fashion, and then select different brands based on interest. And then there are remarketing audiences. So in remarketing audience, there are multiple audiences: website visitors, Facebook page engagers, add to carts, initiate checkout, and all those. So any question about these things till now? Okay, yeah, Habiba, go ahead.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम खिज़र, I just
Walaikum
wanted
assalam.
to ask कि आप जरा ये remarketing वाला point फिर से explain कर सकते हैं?
Okay, so the remarketing thing is, as I already showed you the funnel. So with remarketing, you retarget people who have shown interest in your product and services. So let's say my ad is shown to like 10,000 people, and of those 10,000 people, only 200 people clicked on that. I can retarget them as website visitors. And let's say I have a video running on my top of the funnel, and out of those 10,000 people, only 5,000 people watch the video to 75%. I'll remarket those. Yeah, yes, Yusuf, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so that means like first, what you did, that you did interest targeting, like you chose a couple of people that you were going to target, and out of those people, for example, 100 people you interest targeted, right? So only 10 of those like showed interest. So then you remarket to those 10, and that is known as remarketing.
Yeah, exactly. So interest targeting is basically you select different interest. Like if you are fashion apparel brand, you can in Pakistan there is interest of Khadi, and then there is interest of in USA there is interest of Gucci, Dolce and Gabbana, and all these things. So you can select these, and Facebook will show the ad to the people who are more interested in those interests that you have selected already. So yeah, Shamir, go ahead.
Khizer bhai, what's the difference between lookalike audiences and interest audiences?
Okay, so in lookalike, you give Facebook a list. Lookalike can be based on lists. Lookalike can be based on certain actions that they have performed on your videos. Like you can create lookalike for the website visitor. You can create lookalikes from video viewers and all that stuff. In lookalike, you tell Facebook that, hey, this is the list of people. Like you have a list of 1,000 customers, and you tell Facebook that this is the list of people. Facebook has the data of those 1,000 people. What Facebook will do, Facebook will try to match the profile of those people and try to find all the people who are more interested in your product and services and who match the demographic of those people. In interest targeting, it's not like that. You can select. So let's say if you have like written a post on shampoo, or you have like just like the page of any brand. So Facebook will consider you that you are interested in clothes and will show you the ads of clothing. So this is the difference. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, so let's moving forward. The next main pillar is that account structure. As I already mentioned here, so there was this 3-step funnel. Initially, when Facebook started in 2018-19, there were 15 different objectives that you could choose off, and now there are only 6. Most of the media buyers who I know that are spending millions of dollars a day, so they usually now follow 2-step funnel because Facebook has become very smart over the years. There are 2.9 billion users of it around the world. So first step is prospecting, and the second step is remarketing. In prospecting, you usually target people who are not aware of your product. You want to make them aware, and that's why you create ads that are more awareness based and all that stuff. And then in remarketing, you create ads for the people who are interested in your product. This can be like giving them discounts, showing them customer testimonials to make them more interested in your product and services. So yep, account structure. Does anybody has any question for the account structure thing? Okay, go ahead, Jamal.
Yeah, so my question is, isn't prospecting comparatively a lesser or a inferior form of account structure? Because with remarketing, you have a kind of advantage that at least you are marketing to a segment that is more likely to convert or purchase. So isn't prospecting more, you could say, less cost effective?
Okay, so I have a question for you. Let's say you have $100, maybe $100,000. What would you allocate to prospecting and what would you allocate to remarketing?
Personally, I would allocate $80 to remarketing and $20 to prospecting because I'm more confident that I'm targeting a market that is more likely to convert. So I want the best ROI for my dollar.
Yeah, so budget allocation is exactly opposite of that. So my budget allocation is 80% to prospecting and 20% to remarketing. So let me give you a scenario. So let's suppose you have 1,000 people in remarketing and you are spending maybe like $10,000 on those 1,000 people. What would happen eventually?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
So let's suppose you have 1,000 people in your remarketing campaign and you are spending like $1,000 on those. What would happen eventually?
I'll run out of cash. I'll run out of the funds.
Yeah, you will burn out the audience. So think of Facebook audience like a pond. So if there is a pond, so you have the remarketing audience in maybe a pocket of pond in which you are fishing, just like doing your Facebook ads. What Facebook will do, Facebook will continue to show the ads and your frequency will go up maybe 7, 10, 15, and it will burn out the audience because Facebook won't be able to find the people who are interested in your product in that audience set of 1,000 people. With prospecting, we are forcing people that if there is a pond, we are forcing people, forcing Facebook to find more pockets of the audience who are interested in our product. So if your prospecting budget is higher, what will happen? You will continue bringing in more people down the funnel. And once you bring them down the funnel, you can remarketing them because the audience will start, will refresh every other day. And the chances of them, you burning them out will be less and less. So, yep, let's move forward to the other. If anyone has question about it, account structure, or we are all set. Yeah, go ahead, Mohit.
Yeah, not a question, just reinstating your what you said, that through prospecting you're basically increasing the pool of customers you already you want to have for your brand. But for remarketing, you're basically retargeting the same audience over and over again. So what if you have 1,000 people you're trying to remarket, and out of those 1,000, due to the burnout that Khizer mentioned, maybe that number will decrease and decrease further. But with prospecting, you're increasing the pool. So budget allocation should always be more towards the prospecting side rather than the remarketing side.
Yep, exactly. Great addition, Mohit. So yeah, and now after like in 2023, I know like the media buyers who are my ideals, they don't run remarketing campaigns anymore. They say Facebook is smart enough to target the people who are interested in the product. So let's move to the third pillar, and that is landing page. It is unfortunately the most ignored thing in the Facebook ads when I see different media buyers. So I have audited like 50 accounts in last 30 days. And this was the main culprit, I would say, of the low performance on the landing page side. So what people do, they say that the media buyer's job is done if they are getting clicks on ads. So these metrics, I would like to be a little advanced here. So there is this metric in Facebook, link clicks, and then there is another metric called landing page views. So I'm just trying to tell you a story of audit that I did day before yesterday. So what was happening? So client was getting good amount of click. His CTR was around 4 to 5%. And then he was saying that I'm not getting enough orders. What's the issue? Can you please audit my account? And when I audited in the account, I checked the ratio of people clicking the link, and the ratio of actual people reaching out to the landing page was less than 15%. So it means that he was losing 85% of his audience who wanted to go on his website in between link click and landing page view. So when I further went into the detail, I saw that his landing page structure was getting his landing page was loading in 4 seconds. And that's a huge red flag, because just by fixing these things, like he could easily pay $5 to $10, 25 again, he'll get his speed fixed, and he could easily like double, triple his ROS on that side. So these are the major levers that you can pull in landing page speed. First, mention that make sure that your site speed is good enough, and it's not more than 2 seconds. If it's more than 2 seconds, people will leave immediately. And then there is congruency. So this is more important. Congruency means that if you're showing a face in your ad, if you're showing branding, particular style of branding in your ad, the same style of branding, same faces should be replicated in your landing page. If your landing page is entirely different, people will assume that they are being scammed, and they will leave immediately. And then this is the crux of the entire Facebook ads, the offer. Your offer has to be solid. If like you are working in a market, so where one person is cutting you from price and the other person is cutting from you from quality, then you won't be able to make it. So any questions till now on the landing page? Okay, looks like we all are set. So up till now, the things I've mentioned there, I've mentioned 3 pillars till now. One of them was audiences, one of them was account structure, and then one of them was landing page. You'll be surprised to know that all of this constitutes 30% of Facebook ad success. The major lever which you can pull with Facebook ad is ad creative. And before I venture into that, I would just, there is a big misconception in the market about this. So this is the formula from which Facebook decides that which who will win in the auction, and who will get the more ROS and all that stuff. And you can see the major portion, the biggest portion of this goes to consumer experience. Number one, user value, optimizing consumer experience. And then there is estimated action rate, that how many people are estimated to take action on your ad. So this thing happens where people make ads that look like ads. So understand this concept that Facebook, the asset of Facebook is its users, and your ads are liability to Facebook. So Facebook is getting money, but your ads are liability to them. They don't want to ruin the Facebook experience, user experience, by showing your ad. So the best bet you can take is make ads that don't look like ad. So if the estimated action rates is good on ad, and then consumer experience is good on ad, it will automatically, the CPC, the CPM will automatically go down. So any question on this misconception here? Okay, yeah, let's move forward to the main lever, which is ad creative. So like there are tons and tons of ads, I would say, that you can test with Facebook ads. But before you do that, I would highly suggest that you do the audience research. My method of researching for any audience is that I go into Reddit, Quora, and then Amazon reviews. And then the main thing which I look for is customer reviews, that what customers are talking about. So you can see here that this is one type of ad that I use for my clients. It's called us versus them. So in one frame, the person is using their own wallet, and then this is another ad idea, which is great. And you have to like put 70% of your efforts in it. And after like iOS 14, the main lever you can pull is Facebook ads. If your ads are not good, you're not gonna get successful with Facebook ads, and that's the end point of your media buying. So any questions till now?
Guys, you can raise your hand if you have any questions.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, Fatma.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on how you do research on the audience on Reddit, Quora, and Amazon reviews?
Okay, so my method of research is if a brand is well known, what I do, I just type in the brand name, and then I go for what people are saying on Reddit, brand name and Reddit. And then there is another website called Social Mention. If you go to that and you create an account and just type the brand name, and you will get to know each and everything on all the website the people are talking about the brand. So Reddit is very good because the opinion of the consumer there is very candid. You get the detailed insight. And I'm just telling the story of one of my clients. So what I did, I went on Reddit and I created So I found 3 comments on the Reddit about the brand, and I used those 3 comments and created an entire ad out of it, and it is still best performing after 8 months.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yes, Mohit.
Khizer, can you please mention the website again?
Social mention.
Social mention. Okay.
You can also use similar web for finding competitors of your brand. So it will give more. If you're running Google Ads too, you can go to Keywords Planner. It will show you the competitors of your brand. Yeah. Yes, Fatma.
Khizer, I wanted to know if you can explain what kind of reviews do we find on these website, and how can we turn them into ad creatives?
Okay. So for the reviews, you have to ask them from the client. You can go to Instagram, you can go to Google Ad reviews, you can go to if the brand doesn't have much audience and much credibility, what you can do, go to Amazon. Let's suppose you are selling a book on digital marketing. So search it, scroll down to three-star reviews, because the 3-star reviews will tell you the real story. 5-star reviews are just the fans. 3-4-star reviews will tell you the real story of the brand, that what the customer pain point is and what you can target for them. Use those pain points in your ad and create angles out of them. So let's suppose that you are searching digital marketing book, and there you find that a 3-star review is mentioning book was good, but it didn't mention the exact roadmap of building 7-figure agency, which I promised. The next ad you can create is a roadmap to 7-figure agency. You can test this angle.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
So moving forward, this is the biggest lever. And since I have started my media buying journey, so the ad copy, and this is one of the most ignored lever, I would say. So people don't care about the ad copy, but the thing is, if your CTR is 4% and people are not getting down to your landing page, the main reason for that usually is the ad copy, because your ad copy is not convincing enough. So there are certain many styles of the ad copy. There's direct response ad copy. This one is benefit driven ad copy, and this one is in which a hybrid ad copy. They have mixed the ad copy with the benefits and added some claims and promises too. So what you have to do in your ad copy, make sure number first is hook, number 2 body, and number 3 you have to end it with CTA. So these are the main 3 things that you have always to mention in the ad copy. If the structure is not like that, nobody's going to take action. So any question about the ad copy? Okay, looks like we're good to go. Okay, so
Khizer bhai, there's one question
sure.
regarding ad copy. Like, what's the ideal length for an ad copy? Like, how long should it be? Should it be brief and concise? Should it be lengthy?
Yeah. Okay. So this is the greatest myth. One of the greatest myth, I would say, on the ad copy thing. So to this, when I asked the same question to my mentor, he told me that if I ask you to convince a person to buy from you in 4 words, would you be able to do it? So my answer was definitely no. And he told me, if you are able to convince him, it doesn't matter how many words you use. So this entire phenomena of long versus short copy, it's baseless for me. So yep. One thing which I would like to show you guys here, give me a second. So this was the thread that I wrote on the ad copy. So let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Yep.
So these are the ad copy style that I go with. I test whenever a new brand is. So one is long form ad copy, the other is short form. Then there is hybrid ad copy, review style, direct response ad copy, features versus benefit, and scarcity plus incentive. So these are the ad copies which I use based on different stages of the funnel. So this is the entire thread on it, and it's very detailed mentioning. The examples here which I took are from this thread. So this is benefit driven, and this one is again hybrid ad copy. I'll drop the link here about this too. So any other questions on the ad copy? Okay, let's now move to the advanced tactics of the Facebook ad. So before venturing into it, I would just talk about the Meta Performance 5. So this was the phenomena launched by Meta 2 months ago, in which Facebook has clearly mentioned that what are the things that you need to focus if you want to get successful with Facebook ads. Number one is account consolidation. You don't want to have 10, 15 different campaigns in account. Facebook tells you that if you keep it consolidated, like there are no 3 to 5 campaigns in the ad accounts, you will succeed. I personally know the media buyers who are spending like $100,000 per day on Facebook ads, and their ad account has just 3-4 campaigns, not more than that. The second one is UGC content. So TikTok has really changed the entire phenomena how people are consuming the content. So Meta pushes you to focus on the to create ads which are mobile first in 9:16 ratio, and the style is more resonated with TikTok. And then this is non-CAPI setup. So CAPI is basically Facebook's response to iOS 14.5, where Facebook tracks the performance, the results from the server side, not from the browser side. So you have to set up the CAPI if you want to succeed with it. The third one is fourth one is A/B testing the results. So if you want to like Meta suggests that you do the brand conversion lift, that what happened after you started Meta ads. So, and yes, after that, focus on the creatives, test different angle based on different reviews. The fifth one is that creative diversification. So any question on Meta Performance 5? Okay, let's move to the next step. Okay, so this is the rule of my friend Badal Pandey. So if you don't follow him, go ahead and give him a follow. So this clearly states that if you want to succeed with Facebook ad, never have more than 3 to 5 active campaigns, never have 3 to 5 active ad sets in each campaign, and then never have more than 3 to 5 active ads in each ad set. And this is for the brand. This is for the brands who are like spending $1 million a month. So I have audited, again, the accounts I audited, I see like there are 10 to 15 different campaigns. And by doing this, media buyers are just making their life difficult and really missing out the opportunities of consolidated account structure. So any questions on rule of 3 to 5? Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so these are some matrices that I used to, and you can take the screenshot of this too. So for the ad performance, I use CTR, outbound clicks, and then CPC. This is what I use to measure the ad performance. And then there's website performance. Website performance you can track from link clicks, website content views, and then landing page views. And then there is funnel performance of yours, which you can check from add to carts, initiate checkout, purchases, and cost of purchase, cost of initiate checkout, and cost of add to cart. So any question from this? Okay, so one of the questions which I got frequently was how to test creatives in different campaigns. So I recommend to every media buyer to have a separate campaign for creative testing, and I usually run this campaign on broad audience, not on any interest on any lookalike. Just to mention here, I initially mentioned lookalike audience, broad audience, and interest targeting, but 60 to 70% of my spend goes to broad targeting, not to lookalikes, not to interest. Because lookalikes usually do not perform very well after iOS 14, but broad is performing very well. Interest are performing well if the audience size is 1 million above, but you have to do 1 million above, and you have to stack it until the audience size is 1 million above. So this is the testing mechanism from one of my friends. He shared it on LinkedIn. So you can see here, he's testing one concept in each ad set. So maybe the ad is about, so a static ad, he'll create 4 different variation of 4 angles and then test it in each ad sets. And then there is this that almost sold out, 3 variation of this, test 14, 29, 4, 5 variation of this, hook 1, 2, 3. What you can do, like you can create a video 15 to 20 seconds and test different hooks, like replace the 3 seconds of the video with different clips, and then you can launch it in one ad set. So this is how the testing is done. Any questions about this? Yeah, Jamal, go ahead.
Yeah, my question is related to the previous slide of the 3 to 5 rule campaigns and the ad sets and everything. Why can't we have more than 5 campaigns at a time? Is it because it's not manageable, or is it's because of some algorithm of Facebook's?
No, the Facebook, I've mentioned it in Performance 5 to Facebook forces you to, it recommends using consolidated account structure. It's not a necessity, but I would highly recommend not going for more than 5 campaigns. 1 prospecting, 1 remarketing, 1 advantage plus 1 creative testing. That's it. And 1 you can run if you are trying to do any sales and all that stuff. So with this, you will make your life easier. If you have like more than 5 to 6 campaigns, your life will be hell. Yeah, Mohit, go ahead.
So, Khizer, what do you recommend for agency owners who just I gave you my example, like we run ads for multiple clients on our accounts. So we have 2 ad accounts and we have around 50 different clients. So we've distributed like on average 20-25 campaigns on each ad account. So it becomes a bit, becomes a bit clustered. But we cannot, do you think it's recommended to go for more ad accounts and distribute it further?
Why you're running 25 campaigns?
For different clients, 25 different clients, for every client another different campaign.
Oh, okay. So first of all, I don't recommend having 1 ad account for all the clients, because you will lose everything.
That's what happened with us.
Yeah. So always tell the client to make the ad account, business manager, and get the access from them, because it will keep things smoother. And then always have 2 ad accounts for 1 client. So in case if the same thing happens, which has already happened to you, you will always have backup. So this I don't recommend, and of course not running like 25 different campaigns from 1 ad account.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any questions, or should we move to the next slide?
I have a question.
Yeah, Ibrahim.
Just wanted to know about like this screen you are sharing. They are having an ABO. I think so. And they are, as you said, that they are testing the ads. So just wanted to be more clear about ABO and CBO in this particular case.
Okay, so for the ABO and CBO, I personally think it's media buyer's choice. I personally use ABO because it gives me more control on the ad set level. I'm telling Facebook that I don't want to spend $50 a day on this particular ad set. With CBO, the thing is, if you're using it on creative testing, you have to mention minimum spending limit. Otherwise, what Facebook will do, Facebook will spend all the budget on the ad set which is best performing. So the purpose of testing, it dies out, because you are testing a creative and it hasn't gotten the enough spend. So
okay.
So I personally use ABO. So yeah, finally, we do have like some Facebook ads myths that there were a lot of, I just narrowed it down to 5. So the first is that if you want to run enough traffic, like if you want to get sales and revenues and all that, run a traffic campaign first and then retarget people who click. So 90% of my campaigns are running on conversion, and I always go for conversion. Traffic is the worst objective of the Facebook, and it will get what if you are running like, let's say, engagement traffic. Facebook will optimize for the people who are most likely to click on that, who are more likely to watch the video, but it will not optimize for the people who are more likely to buy from you. So you have to ask yourself this question, that whether I want more video views or more conversion. If you are asking for conversion, go for the objective of conversion, don't go for that. Then there is this another myth, you can get successful with 1 ad strategy. So I had like 8 to 10 sessions with different media buyers in last 2 months. Everybody has different strategy and everybody is getting successful with it. And then there is one thing, if one strategy is working in 1 ad account, there are 100% chances that it won't work in another ad account. Every ad account is different, and every ad account has a different strategy which works in it. So number 3 is, if you want to scale, only 10% increase of the campaign budget per day. So this is another big myth. So it depends on your budget. So let's suppose if you are spending $200 per day on any ad set, $200 is not big enough. You can go for 400, maybe 500 increase in a day. But again, if you are spending $5,000 in an ad set, then you have to be cautious. You can increase 10%, maybe go to $6,000, because it will be difficult for Facebook to find more people in the pool of the audience. And the 4th is, you should always listen to Facebook recommendation reps. Don't listen to Facebook reps. They're mostly the people who are hired from India and subcontinent and all that stuff, who know nothing about the marketing and all that. And number 5th is, you should not touch anything any campaign when it is learning phase. So quote unquote, I'll quote my mentor. She used to say that learning phase is Facebook's way to make you spend more on shitty ads. So, and this is exactly the case. If you see that the metrics are not there and everything is off the charts, go ahead and turn off the audience and change the ad and do whatever you want. So yep, that was pretty much it. Final tips are, I have learned Facebook ads more from the people in my network, and I will highly recommend you to do the same. If you are like, you do want to learn Facebook, take screenshot of this slide and go follow these people on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and subscribe to their channel on YouTube. So yes, Mohit.
Khizer, what are your recommendations regarding the creative placement and dynamic creative and advantage placement plus? Should we go for it or do it manually or something of this sort? What do you have to say about that?
Okay, so you have to test it. Initially, go for advantage plus placement, but I always test. There's one secret campaign of mine that I always do. It's Insta placement on stories and reels, because you have to test that in every ad account. In some ad account it works and in some it doesn't work. But besides that, you can also test Instagram only placement and Facebook only placement. So, but majorly I would just go for advantage plus placement.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, anybody else has the questions?
Khizer bhai, first of all, really great and informative session. However, I wanted to ask more on the reporting side, like how would you report these the campaign performance to your client? Is there any specific reporting structure or format? So would you please elaborate?
I personally use a sheet, a daily sheet, on which I update 3 things. Number 1 is what's the ad spend being spent on the day. Number 2 is what's the revenue generated on the given day, and number 3 is number of orders. So this is the Excel sheet that I maintain, and when I'm reporting to my client, I use this sheet to track daily performance.
Could you show me at some later time on Slack a screenshot of that sheet?
Yeah, sure. I'll show it to you on Slack some later time.
Thank you so much.
Any other questions, guys? Okay, let me visit the sheet and then
I have a question, not a question, but I just wanted to ask, after your 7 ad copies that you mentioned, can we get a list of those 7 styles of ad copies?
Give me a second. Okay, so I have shared the link of my thread in the chat. Here's the chat. Here's the chat. I've written the entire thread on it. You can go and visit it. It's very detailed and the examples are there. Okay, question from Faraz is, apart from A/B testing and split testing, the other tests that we can run to optimize and increase conversion of Facebook ads. Okay, you can literally test everything, but my recommendation is always test one thing at a time. If you are testing like hooks, only test hooks in that particular ad. So don't do double, triple testing, like at the same time you're testing hooks too, then you are testing audience too and all that stuff. One variable at a time. Okay, the second, what's the difference between conversion API and Pixel and how can we optimize these tools to advance? Okay, Pixels tracks the performance from browser. So whenever you go to the website and you purchase something, what Pixel will do, it will track the performance from the browser. When what CAPI do, Conversion API, it tracks the performance from the server. So it's more authentic. And on the top of it, Facebook has also launched aggregated events. So I would highly suggest that get your aggregated events set up. For the aggregated event, you will tell Facebook that only optimize for one conversion. It will only allow you 8, but it will only optimize for one conversion objective, which is in most cases is sales, purchase or leads. So it will make the reporting more better. So does that answer your question for us? Oh, sorry, Jamal.
Yeah, that answers it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, there is a specific naming convention for us that I use particularly, and it let me
Can you drop it in the chat if at all possible?
Yeah, I'm dropping it in chat. So
Thank you.
give me a second. I've dropped in the chat. So campaign name, ad set name, and then ad name too. So you can. And for GA4, I use UTMs to track these dynamic UTMs, not the static ones. What dynamic UTM will do, it will populate automatically on the basis of that. And does that answer your question for us?
You use dynamic UTMs?
Yes.
So what's the difference between a normal UTM and then a dynamic? Because we use UTMs, but they're all manual, so I don't really think that they're automated or anything else for that matter.
Okay, so for that, you have to create UTM at the bottom of your ads, at the bottom of your ad in the column. Let me see. I think
you're talking about the parameters.
Yeah, URL parameters, dynamic UTM and URL parameters. Build the UTM there, and it will be dynamic. If you are using it directly in the link of that thing, it won't be dynamic. URL parameter, the heading URL parameters, and then.
So what I wanted to know is on Google Analytics, I know it's a bit off topic, but in GA4 specifically, when we're tracking UTMs, we track source medium. But what I want to know is if you want to go a layer beyond that, say if you want to track something beyond source medium, what exactly do we track and how do we do it?
Wait, give me a second. So this is the I've dropped in the chat. It hasn't gotten copied. Give me a second. This is the UTM I use for my clients. I don't know, it's not getting copied. So give me a second. Yep. So my UTM tracks ad name, then ad set ID and all that stuff. So if you want to like get granular, you have to be more specific with the UTM. It's not getting copied. I'll share. You can ping me later and I'll share it with you.
Perfect. That would be great. Thank you.
Okay, so the next question is from Heather. What exactly are carousel ads and what advantage do you have on the other type of ad? So in my niche, which is fashion and apparel, carousel ads work wonder because you have the leverage of showing different dresses and all that stuff in one ad. But again, you have to test it in different ways. So whether they are working with, for some brands, if your brands have more SKUs, it will work very well. It's working wonders for RepStack too. And the chances of people getting click on carousel ads are higher. So yes, I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, Ramsha, any comments on FB Ads library for performing competitors? Yeah, FB Ad library is my starting point for competitor analysis. So again, I search on similar web, social mention that who are the competitors. I ask the question from the clients too, and then see usually you find the competitors from customer reviews too. So they would be saying that I was buying from this XYZ brand, but they were not giving me this. So I switched to this and now I'm happy with the product and all that stuff. So then I researched on them on the FB ads, and this is one suggestion to all of you: never ever create anything from scratch. Go for the competitors, see what copy are they using, see what ad they are using, make it better. Don't reinvent the wheel, make it better and customize it to the liking of your brand. So yeah, Ramsha, Facebook ads library is a must go. I hope that answers your question. Yes, Fatma.
Khizer, I just wanted to ask, you already answered to me that if we are starting everything from scratch, I already got my answer to that we can definitely try competitor analysis and then try to build our ad creatives. But what do you suggest about how should we allocate the budget if we are like doing it for the first time?
Okay, allocate the budget in terms of what? In terms of prospecting and remarketing?
Yes.
Okay, let's say you're starting a new ad account. So start with number first interest tax, 2 interest tax ad sets, 1 broad ad set, and your budget allocation will be 50% to interest and 25% to other ads, interest tax. So this will be like 50% to that, and you can launch 3 different interest and allocate rest of 50% budget to that, and then you will create another remarketing campaign. My structure for remarketing campaign is usually I go for maybe like what do you say it, add to carts, then another video viewers and page engagers, and then number 3rd is website visitors. So this is my structure for retargeting.
Okay.
I hope
Thank
that
you so
answers
much.
your question.
Yes, that helps. Thank you.
Any other questions? Yeah, Ibrahim, go ahead.
मुझे मतलब मेटा का थोड़ा सा ये वाला कॉन्सेप्ट समझना है कि लेट्स सपोज आप अभी जैसा आपने बताया आप फैशन अपैरल के एड चला रहे हैं, आपने चला रहे हैं काफ़ी टाइम से, आपका मेटा काफ़ी स्ट्रांग हो, पिक्सल्स काफ़ी स्ट्रांग हो चुके होंगे उस पर्टिकुलर नीश को लेके। लेकिन अगर आप अपनी बिल्कुल ही कोई डिफरेंट नीश में चले जाते हैं तो वो जो आपका पिक्सल्स है जो स्ट्रांग हुआ है ये आपके काम आएगा, या फिर वो एक बिल्कुल न्यू से ही स्टार्ट करेगा?
You should start new pixel, new everything new, because there was this case with one of my client. Her one product was suitable to the people who were in the age group of 18 to 24, and then the other product was suitable for the people who were like in 40s and 50s. So we were not getting any sales with 40-50 people because Meta was allocating the budget all to the younger audience.